Battle, do you want to do the intro or you want me to?
Hey, let's let the king of the hour keep it going.
All right, guys, welcome back to What the FiGPiN. It is your man, John G. It is another Tuesday evening with What the FiGPiN.
What in the FiGPiN? Levi The Collector.
So, guys, it is another amazing day here. Battle, how are you doing today?
Very well. Another party night, apparently, in Mexico. All the music's going in all the different angles. I had to find a corner to try to hide in.
Yeah, man, we hear it in a little bit in the background there. You must be having, fiesta going on there. It's fun.
Hey, they know how to party here. It doesn't start till it gets dark because it's too hot during the day. That's for sure.
That's very true. Very true, man. And it is a pleasure and honor to go ahead and introduce Levi The Collector. How are you this evening?
Good, man. Just setting up the booth for Star Wars Celebration. And it's been going pretty smooth. We're blasting through it, so that's pretty tight.
So let me just get this straight. You're actually sitting in the convention center right now?
Yes, sir. We're out here.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
Cool.
Look, it's first sneak peek of the booth, guys. Look at this. That's awesome.
Inside look, memorize the lights so you can find them as soon as they open.
That's right, guys.
It's cool. Like, we're in a good spot because, like, we have, like, Lego. We have our homies over at Funko. And then we have some other cool booths around us. So it's nice to, like, look around.
Awesome.
Now,
man.
is it just like a random placement? Do you have to actually pay for certain spots? Is it just kind of
well, so how it works is basically like they'll ask you like what size of booth you want, and then they'll kind of go from there and like kind of ask around like placement. For our booth though, they kind of just like gave us our area so like we could have like easier line control and stuff. But I like our placement a lot. It's extremely easy in and out.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Very, very cool.
I'm assuming you're probably the biggest booth there.
There's some pretty big booths here. I was like, yeah, I'm glad I'm not sitting in
it. Man, I can only imagine some of the work you guys are doing right now. I'm super excited to see how it turns out.
Yeah, it should be pretty cool. Amato did really good on the design, and our team's getting through it really easy. So we kind of changed things up this, like, from the last couple of cogs we've done. We kind of changed everything up in behind the scenes as far as like booth design to make it easier and better for us. So
Awesome.
This is probably like, honestly, probably like one of my favorite booths we've put together so far.
That's very cool, man. So before we go ahead and get any further, I just wanted to take a minute and just welcome some people joining us. So we have Lethal Pacifist, Animus Zero, Legacy Fox. Is she there with you? Or does she?
Nah, bro, I cut her. I was like, you can't come, bro.
Well, she's saying Levi. She's saying what's up. Frostzilla, Gypsteezy, Vegas, Van Harris, man, good having you guys. Chris Sherman, Stephen Moore, Sketty Up, Midnight Geek, Michael Carrier. Speaking of Michael Carrier, so Levi, do you know Mike Carrier?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we have these two pins, right? That just came out. Yeah. I wonder if he's gonna collect these or not.
I don't know, man. I keep seeing him talk about some gibberish. I'm not sure what he is saying there.
I wonder if he's collecting them. So, because they're not Lot A hard case pins. So it'll be interesting to see what his response is. But guys, man. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Guys, sorry, Levi.
Oh, no, you're good. I was just saying I always like C. So, Lot C is, I chose it. I was like, you know what? All these are going to be Lot C. Everything else.
just change it up. Lot C is the new Lot A, right?
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us. If you have not already, make sure you're hitting the like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel at What the FiGPiN. We're on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Plenty of places to go ahead and join and follow us for information all about FiGPiN. Battle, do you want to go ahead and ask the first question to Levi? Let's get to know him a little bit.
I would love to. Well, Levi, it's a pleasure to see you, even though it's over Zoom this time. I remember the first time I met you, I believe, was at Flap. You helped me out a whole bunch, so I greatly appreciate that. This is actually going to be a fun circle of the table to kind of learn a little bit more how you got into not only being Levi the Collector, but how you became Levi the awesomest FiGPiN employee. So how did you start collecting, and what was the first thing that you started collecting, and how did you get into FiGPiN?
So as far as like collecting stuff, I was always into like wrestling figures. I collected like Pogs.
Pogs, yeah, slammers.
Remember those guys?
Street Sharks was always on my list, but that was always expensive growing up. A lot of TMNT. Like,
Yes.
TMNT, my whole, like, my bed, my sheets, my pillowcases, everything. My mom was like, "You're ridiculous."
All right, what about Batman? If TMNT's on there, you a Batman fan too?
I liked Batman, the animated series, growing up when I was younger. I don't really follow Batman that much. I think I liked more. Honestly, I kind of like Robin more than Batman. Like Nightwing, Red Hood.
Those are so. Well, I'm super pumped to hear that you're a Turtles Power fan. That is one of my jams for sure. I have way too many of those NECA turtle toys.
Yeah, those NECA ones are pretty fire, actually. I had to get a couple of those. And then as far as, sorry, if I get sidetracked, feel free to bring me back.
No, please, we love it.
So growing up, though, I got like pretty heavy into comics and records, like 12-inch records. So I'd probably say like those are probably like some of the more stuff I still collect. I got really heavy into pops earlier, like way earlier. And I made like a lot of good friends through that, which this is all lead up to the end, I promise. All lead up to FiGPiN.
This is what we need to know.
So I got super heavy into pops when they had first started like rising up. And I got really into with the community. Like that was my whole thing. I was like, I love this. I love the community. I love the people. Like, I don't really care that much about like, after a while, just like, I didn't really care about the pops, but I still cared about the people. So I just made friends out of it. I made really good friends with some of the workers there. Her name is Yoko. And she basically went from like just seeing us to like actually like an actual friendship outside of it. She left Funko and then shortly started at a FiGPiN. And I didn't know that. And then Yoko. So then she was like, "Yo, you should check out these pins." And I was like, "Sure, I'll check them out." And we went and hung out.
She's the one that got you hooked.
Yeah. So it was kind of fast how everything happened. Basically, it was like we went to ECC the first year for FiGPiN. We went and like hung out at the booth for a while. We met everyone there. It was super chill. And then the next day, Yoko was like, "Yo, would you guys want to come help at NYCC or whatever? Because I need someone." And Zach and I were like, "Yo, say less. We're on it."
Yeah.
So we ended up doing that. We became pretty close with everyone. And then shortly after NYCC, because we did so good, I ended up getting hit up by Amato. He like threw out the idea. It took like maybe a month and a half after the initial combo. And then he's like, "Yo, can you come in?" He like flew in, and we ended up talking. And he's like, "Yo, can you work at FiGPiN, or do you want to?" And I was like, "Yeah," because before this, I was working at a restaurant for like 7 years in downtown Seattle, and I was like, "This is not it." I was like, "This is not." I was like, "This is not where I could call it the end," you know. So I ended up, when COVID hit, I was doing both jobs, and I kind of just called it quits on the restaurant and went full in on FiGPiN. So yeah, awesome, it's basically it. Yoko's no longer with us, but she's at, what is it, Super 7, which is tight. I love Super 7.
Oh, dang, that is super cool.
Yeah, I like watching her videos. She does a lot of fun stuff.
She's a beautiful human, like in and out. Like she's great. But so we still have that friendship, which is cool because I honestly love having friends in other companies because I like most of the product that they do, and you know, I gotta have that hookup.
Absolutely, that is so cool.
So trying to get back on point. Basically, when she left, there was an empty position, and no one really wanted to fill that position. So I was like, well, sure, I'll do it. And then I kind of just took over in some of the areas that she left.
Okay.
So that's basically how I got into FiGPiN as far as working. I was never a collector. I mean, I did collect, but not really. I mean, I enjoyed the products, but as far as like that, I kind of just got tossed in. Like that was it.
Very cool.
Sometimes the ones that happen just by the graces of things are sometimes the best ones.
Yeah. It's been really good so far. I honestly am pretty happy.
That's super wild to hear. I didn't know any of that background info, and then to hear that she's with Super 7 now is awesome. I'm not sure if you're a Power Rangers fan, but I got into Super 7.
Oh, those
that.
Ultimates are great. Have you seen those Ultimates?
Yeah, the little dragon sword they made and all that was super cool.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I need that Green Ranger. I was like, this is tight.
I can tell that you and Battle are definitely going to be good friends, because Battle's definitely a huge Turtle fan as well as Power Ranger fan. So
those are my main three: so, Batman, Turtles.
Definitely.
There you go.
So I just want to go back to the chat here, because Zach is asking for you to tell a Midwest hardcore story.
Oh God! Tell me he's not getting that story out of me.
And then Tufu is saying that she was blacklisted, from joining you guys as well ever again. So she's a little upset, it looks like. But
what?
Tell her keep moving. Finish her moves.
Tell her she's lost her marbles.
Oh, so Mike Carrier did respond. He did buy those 2 pins, but he has yet to claim them because he is waiting for them to hopefully be amended. So
I don't work in that area, but I'll be sure to pass on the info.
There you go, man.
Oh, man, cool. That is so funny.
So Levi, do you remember your first pin that you either bought or received from FiGPiN?
My first pin I received, it was Pluto.
Oh yeah, nice. Okay. That's a great one.
Mini?
It was, the Pluto Mini was my first one, and I was like, I had a choice. They held out a Pluto Mini or a Joker, and I was like, I always liked Pluto, so I went with Pluto.
That's awesome, man. Very cool.
With that little segue, I kind of have to ask. I always see you post Charlie Brown stuff. What is your collection, or what is your story behind that?
How I got into Charlie Brown. I've always been into Charlie Brown, even when I was like a little kid. I think it's because like there's always a positive like story behind every there's like a good narrative behind every story of Charlie Brown. So I kind of like connected with that, and like just everything he goes with, like when he's depressed or anything like that, like friendships, liking girls. So I just thought it's like stuff like that, like connect. There's like daily stuff you connect with. So I think that's why I got really heavy into Charlie Brown. As far as like collection, I have an alright collection. I recently got a 12-inch Charlie Brown record from like just randomly found in a bin, and I was like, this is sick.
Wow, that's cool.
That is cool.
But other than that, I don't know. If we do Charlie Brown FiGPiNs, I'll lose it. I mean, there's some licenses that I always push for, and like that's like my top. And I'm assuming you talked to Eric, the artist.
Yes. Okay,
so Eric loves Charlie Brown.
Yep.
So him and I are on the same page. And Amato's kids actually they got into Charlie Brown more and more. And so now I push Charlie Brown on him too. So
yeah,
so you're using his kids as a pawn to push them to get the license.
Yeah. The Mother's Day episode, the newer one came out for Charlie, like Peanuts, and I texted him. I was like, "Yo, you gotta show your kids this." He's like, "Oh, we already watched it."
Got him.
So we have some people already asking that they're in search of the Charlie Brown APs. So, you know, they're already claiming they want an AP there. So we'll switch things up a little bit and we'll ask you this first. What's your least favorite FiGPiN?
My least favorite FiGPiN. Trying to think. I'd probably say Dinjarin.
Dinjarin?
Dinjarin?
Hey, that's a good one.
I would say everything.
What makes you not like him?
Well, everything about the design is good. I think it's just like I don't know what happens with the face. That just throws me off. I don't know, like if it's like the line work or something, but I'd probably say that's my least favorite. Other than that, there's not like a pin I see where I'm like, this sucks. Why are we doing this? Because most of the stuff I do like that we do, I mean, obviously I'm not gonna like care for a lot of licenses sometimes, but as far as like design, like especially our new stuff, you guys are gonna be like some of the future stuff we have. I can't really say anything. But some
tell Amato. You know Amato's behind you or in front of you. Just tell him to earmuff it. You can tell us. We won't share anything.
Can't. I just signed a new NDA. He'll be on my ass.
Oh, busted. Well, hey, let me actually kind of interrupt and take this time speaking of Mando and getting into stuff. Of course, we get too excited sometimes, and we're super happy to have you. But we forgot to say our show sponsor, Pins on Fire. They are there with you. Have you seen them yet?
Cheers.
No, I think Jason and Cindy are both gonna be here. They usually come by either like early morning of or the day before. We still have so there's actually 2 days of setup right now. So like we'll probably see them, I'm assuming, when they come to setup, which will most likely be tomorrow.
Okay. And what are your thoughts on their Star Wars Con exclusive celebration exclusive?
I've known about that for a very long time, and I was actually super hyped on it. So I really like Pins on Fire. Like I like them as people. And I think they do great as a company. They're probably like my favorite out of most of the companies that I have to like talk to sometimes. So I enjoy being with them. They're good people. They like the first ever interaction I had with them was in 2019 in New York, and they brought us all like muffins. Sandy did, and I was just like, I love her.
Already, you're in good standing.
Yeah.
Well,
so
I believe they are our guests next week, John. Is that right?
That they are. Yeah, it's a big week. Yeah.
So we're excited not only to kind of see between your post, their post, how they do at the Star Wars Con. We're super looking forward to that fire show next week. So definitely don't want to miss that one.
Definitely. Next week's going to be a crazy episode. So Levi, we asked you about your least favorite FiGPiN. So what is your favorite FiGPiN?
This is hard. I would probably say, so my favorite FiGPiN, I'd probably say either Iverson.
Oh, nice.
Iverson or the rare John Cena. I would say Iverson because I grew up, like my brother got me super heavy into like basketball when I was younger. I don't really follow too much anymore, but I used to have Iversons when I was a little kid. Like that was like my first like sneaker, like more expensive sneaker.
Yeah.
Were Iversons. So I would say that's probably my favorite. I don't have it, but it's okay.
I still have a pair of like Kohl's or it wasn't even Kohl's at JCPenney, but I still got the N1 Allen Iverson all black down the side basketball shorts. They were the ones to wear anytime you had to go play ball.
Yeah, dude. Yes. I would say what would follow that is probably Ray John Cena. See, you know which pin I really liked that didn't get like, and that I felt should have been like a crazy exclusive or like rare, the Ghost Rider. Oh my god,
Ghost Rider was sick.
That is a great pin. Yeah,
like if you break that pin down and just like look at it, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's super cool colors.
So, there's pins that are coming out. will be announced. I'm assuming announced sooner than
Right
later,
now?
summer or something. Nah.
More Marvel
Nah,
pins.
where that MLB line. That's
Oh,
what I'm
cool.
looking for.
Very nice.
That I think
I'm
that's one of
excited
my
for this.
favorite pin, like absolute favorite pins. So
Yep.
when that comes out,
Go ahead,
it'll
sorry.
be good. No, you're good, man. Yeah.
So you mentioned obviously some amazing Grail pins there, the rare John Cena. Do you have the gold and white Altair in your personal collection?
Nah, I never really felt the itch to get it.
Oh man, Levi, killing me, man.
Yeah, I just I don't know. There's some things I don't really. I have a lot of stuff at my house, man.
Oh, I hear you.
I was like,
this is just a small picture of my basement right now. So I mean,
I was like, my itch to get, like, my itch to need to, like, want something is not there as it used to be. Like, I have to really, really like something. Don't get me wrong, like, it's a beautiful pin, but there's other people that will enjoy it more. So I'd much rather have them have it.
That's what's up.
Agreed for sure, man. Guys, so don't forget to hit the like button for us as well as subscribe. As Battle mentioned, Pins on Fire is our sponsor, and they will be on the show next week. So we're excited about that. Levi, is there a pin that you were not really too sure about when it was announced, and then actually when you got it in hand, you changed your mind about it? And if so, what pin had it? What pin would that be?
When did we? I'd probably do that. Was it Stitch from SDCC Special Edition?
Okay.
Was it that? I can't remember. I think it was that.
The one where he has the forearms in the spacesuit.
I think so. That was a pretty pin. Like, in hand, I was like, wow, this is really, really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people ate it up too. And I was like, sick. I'd say either that. Most of the stuff I've seen, and it usually comes out pretty nice. There's not too many pins where I'm like kind of shocked about it, really.
Yeah.
What do you think? Well, what's one for you?
Yeah, Battle. What do you got? There has to be a pin that you thought was ugly, and then you got it in hand, and you're like, "Yo, this is way tighter than I expected."
So I'm trying to. It's funny enough. It's actually some of the. I think it's the Hello Kitty line, and I don't think, because I wasn't ever really a big fan of them. I didn't really know too much. I just started collecting a couple of the exclusives because I found some decent deals on them, and then it was like once I kind of got it in hand, I was like, "Oh man, this pin is sweet." I can't remember which one, but I know I have one on my board that every time I walk by and I see it.
You know, it's funny.
Those Gundams turned out nice.
I was about to say I'm not the hugest Gundam fan, and I was like, you know, it's okay. You know, like they're all right. And then it's funny that you're even talking about this because I literally have one sitting right next to me.
Yeah,
but the detail on them, man, is it's absolutely, you know, phenomenal for sure. So yeah, it's like I think that's definitely it for me. One of those pins where it's just like, you know, did I really want it? No, but then I got it. You know, of course, I'm not going to have this huge wall behind me without having every pin possible. So yeah, I mean, they came on amazing for sure. It's definitely my pin.
Oh yeah.
Can I switch gears to Star Wars? Or are we not there yet?
Well, I will tell you, everyone is asking the same exact question in the chat. And Levi, I guess I'll ask you. Are you? I know that the Bad Batch pins are going to be able to be sold on FiGPiN as a you know, shared exclusive. Are any of the other pins that don't sell at Star Wars going to be able to be sold outside of the con or the celebration?
Do you want me to break out the tissue, or are you gonna...
Well, I knew the answer already. So I mean, yeah, I knew that, you know, I mean, obviously Pins on Fire shared the same thing, and you know, I figured that obviously, you know, Star Wars is pretty strict about that stuff. So
oh yeah, they're so how it works is you basically sign a contract. Well, first you have to sign a contract on top of every other contract. But yeah, you have to sign a contract that basically for the event, and inside there it's like you can't sell an exclusive outside of the actual event. Like not even like there's no way around it. Like, you just can't.
Makes sense. It's what draws people to those places.
Yeah, like I mean, like I know like some people like, oh, why can't you just share? Well, it's like you can't. If you want an exclusive for this event, you can't bring an exclusive. Like if you want to like do it outside of the event, because we already like we've already had meetings like where we were trying to figure out like, well, can we do this? And it's like, nah, we cannot.
Yeah.
So any exclusive that's exclusive could, even if we have leftover, we can sell it.
But you can bring them back to next year's con and next year's con or celebration, right? And
believe, I mean, don't quote me.
Right.
Off the top of my head, I feel like you probably could, yeah.
Because that would be really cool. Like, I'm not going to get to attend this year, but if I get to attend in future years and you had leftovers, I would hope that if still available, not sold out, I'd hopefully, get to see the history of how FiGPiN started with the celebration and, the pins that have come from year to year. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, in my head, I think it would make sense to be able to like bring it because it's at the same event, like it's not like a Comic-Con, like it's gonna be a little different. So
yeah, but they are a little strange with their rules sometimes.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, like when you start learning more stuff about licenses and how they work and like what you can do and what you can't do, because there's a lot of people that are like, why don't you do this? Why did you do that? And it's like
we're told.
a lot of, well, yeah, there's some, I'll tell you, I can't tell you like what license, obviously, but there was this time our artist, there was this pose, he drew out a pose and they were already pretty strict. And then he just wanted to drop the leg like a millimeter, like super tiny, just drop it a little so it looked kind of level. He sent it in to get like, this is before sampling. He sent it in and they go, nah, put the leg back.
Really? That's small of a change. And they were like, no.
No, he had to like put it on like a microscopic and they noticed it. Like as soon as he sent it, they're like, no, you can't do that. So there's a lot of licenses that like don't let us do as much stuff as we want to do.
Understood.
That's why we need some more FiGPiN originals.
Yeah,
and just kill it with those.
I think you'll see more original stuff. I mean, like, I want us to do more. Like, I really like the Statue of Liberty.
That one is.
And I really like the Sasquatch. So I mean, like, I think it'd be dope if we started doing more stuff like that.
Yes, please.
And people liked it, because it's like when you go to a city, you kind of want like a memory, like for me, when I collect something, I collect stuff that's like tied to something that either a memory, like if I'm with a friend or if I'm with like all my homies over here, like setting up a booth and I find something, I'm like, yo, I want this to like save it, like memory stuff.
Yeah, that's cool.
You guys did something like that with sneakers, I think, from one of the cons one time. A bunch of you guys got a bunch of the same sneakers or something,
yeah,
right?
We have homies in Bait. They just hit us up and they're like, hey, do you want to come through for this, for those Xbox shoes? And we're like, yeah. So it was cool. It was really cool because was it Tofu and Legacy?
Yep.
Or I always call them by their real names, but I'm trying to use their online names.
Aliases.
which I always forget. And then it was cool for them because like they never really got to experience that type of stuff. So they're pretty hyped, which is pretty cool seeing. But that was a good time, yeah. Just hanging out with friends. But even if I didn't really like the shoes, I'd still keep them. Just because it's tied to that sentimental.
Heck yeah.
So back to the chat real quick. We do have 2 questions that I definitely want to get to. The first one I think is possibly the more important out of the 2. But we have, and you may be able to guess who's asking this question, but who is your favorite coworker is the first question.
My favorite coworker. This is hard.
Well, Zach's the one that asked the question, so just to give you a heads up.
Hey, just default, save your butt, say me, just myself.
My favorite coworker. I'd probably say.
Uh-oh. We'll move on to the second question. We'll move on to the second question.
I can get you on this. Hold on, I'll get you on this. I'll say I have like a tied few favorite coworkers. How about that?
There you go.
I'd probably give Uncle Charles, probably
Uncle
Kyle,
Charles,
and I'll throw Legacy in there. Yeah.
There you go.
Heck yeah.
He gets to hear my bickering every once in a while, you know, my complaints.
So, and I've seen this question asked a couple of times in the chat already. Is there anything that you can share about the 2-lot A for the Yoda, and what is the flat pack that's with it?
2-lot A. What is a 2-lot A? Refresh my memory.
So for the exclusive Yoda that you guys have for the Star Wars con, it's showing that, you know, in the for the different editions, there's two lot A's that are available. One of them is out of 350, and it's saying it's a flat pack. And the other one is out of a couple of thousand. So I'm not sure. Like, people are just asking what is that actually mean something.
What are they?
Yeah.
What are they?
Yep.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I mean, to answer your question, yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to ask someone after this and be like, what is this?
No problem.
I don't really like. You're talking about like a lot, like a hold of their pin. Is that what you're asking, or just like what are the lots?
So under that golden white Yoda.
Oh, it's showing another lot.
It shows another lot, and that other lot is out of 350 pins, and it's saying that, you know how it says like either hard case or soft case. That one is saying it's a flat pack. So people were just questioning what that was.
I don't know. That's crazy.
We'll find out.
I'll have to ask that team after all this. I'll be like, yo, what's this mean?
Yep. Well, there we go. We'll go ahead and hopefully find out if they're able to share. Battle, I know that you're the one that wanted to switch gears. So what do you have to ask about?
Mine's just a funny little blurb that my buddy brought up to me, and him and I think a lot alike. So that new BB-8 that you guys announced for the con or the celebration.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What is that BB-8 doing?
He's doing a lighter. He's doing a lighter. He's giving a thumbs up, actually.
I think it's a thumbs up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people like to believe, but I don't think he's given all but the one finger. I think he's telling everybody where to go.
You know, sometimes you just gotta tell people the truth.
So true. So true.
Yeah. He says, "You want me to save you again?"
Yeah. This is not today.
Yeah, and I realized we switched gears and we forgot to ask our favorite question. Battle, do you want to go ahead and ask our favorite question?
Oh man, I am kind of curious myself. So hopefully nobody's watching that doesn't need to know this, but what is the most expensive FiGPiN that you've purchased? And if not FiGPiN, what's the most expensive collectible you purchased?
FiGPiN wise, I think I spent like $7.
Oh,
and then as far as like most I've ever purchased, I'd probably say like $500. That's probably the most I've spent on a collectible that wasn't closed. And yeah, I'd probably say, well, it was like the Pops, like they have like Freddy Funkos.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I thought I saw you have the gold one, don't you? I thought I saw that you shared that on your IG.
I have a pretty decent amount of Freddy Funkos, just from like going to events and stuff. But I got the one I really wanted was TMNT Raphael Freddy Funko, and that's one I always like wanted since I had started collecting that stuff. And then I finally was able to. There was an older guy that was trying to like get money for his kids' college. And he just hit me up because someone had told him. And he was just like, yo, flat 500. And I was like, let's go.
That's nice.
I am going to do everything in my power not to go look up what that is, because then I'm going to want
it. They're sick. Like their mascot, whenever they turn them into something like this type.
Oh,
that's definitely cool.
Yeah, I'm going to hold strong. I'm not going to go look, I'm going to want it.
I would love for us to somehow get. I don't know. I don't even know what it would be, like a mascot for FiGPiN. But it'd be tight to have a mascot. I don't know. We could do cool stuff.
Everybody in the comments, put down some ideas. We'll get something going.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
We'll give you guys some ideas. And unfortunately, Alex wasn't able to be here to join us. So we've been asking our guests this question, and I'm not sure if you followed, but me and Alex have this huge battle between each other. So we ask every week to our guests, MHA versus Dragon Ball. What do you got, man?
Iconically, probably Dragon Ball, but
Yes.
but I'm not. Hold on, I'm not done yet.
Oh
But
man!
if you were to like actually, I'd probably say My Hero. So I don't know. They both like Dragon Ball is iconic, like especially like the art style and everything. But I don't know. I feel like I'd probably like My Hero more.
Okay.
I don't know. I do love Bulma. That's baby girl right there. But,
Bulma. She's definitely good. So we have someone asking, what is your most expensive pair of shoes, as well as have you ever worn them?
My most expensive pair of shoes, probably a couple hundred. It's how much I spent, and it's like for a pair of Dunks, Nike Dunks.
Okay.
I wore them. Yeah, I wear all my shoes, man.
Okay.
It's like
nice.
I might not wear them a lot, but like if I'm going to something, I'll wear them. If I'm indoors or something. I don't know. I try to wear all my stuff, like for the most part. There's some stuff I won't wear though. I'm like, why did I buy these? But I'll just keep them anyways.
I tried for the longest time. I've been slacking on it. Life has been a little crazy, been away from the house and all that. But for a while there, I was trying to wear a different pin every day. And even some of the more expensive ones, they'd be like, wait a minute, why the hell you can lose that? And I'm like, why? I'm gonna rock it. I have to wear this.
Yeah, it's like you have it. Why don't you use it? Kind of thing. Like, you might as well. So yeah, for shoes, I usually like for comms, I wear Nike Dunks that my friend bought me. She'd probably be upset that I wear them so much, but they're kind of expensive. But it's okay. And then I just wear like high top Converse. That's basically all I wear, just Nike and Converse.
Yeah.
So we have to ask, because I know I've seen you in the comments. Well, I think you and Charles sometimes go in the comments, and especially when we have either Amato or Eric in there, and are asking about leaks. So we have to ask, is there anything that you can leak to us?
I think it's stuff that Amato's already talked about. That guy's a leaking machine.
There you go.
He's like, don't leak anything, and then he shares like a whole line of pins.
Yeah,
like,
he did.
Okay.
So, well, here's a question. If you can't share a leak, is there any chance that you have any one of the Star Wars Celebration pins that we can actually see maybe what it looks like in person?
Yeah. Give me a sec.
Okay.
And while you're gonna go, if you can find something like that, is there anything that you're really excited for with this celebration? Is there something that you're really looking forward to? Or
I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of people. Hey, Amato, is it okay if I show him a pin from the lineup? Awesome. I know. Sorry, Battle. It's hard for my brain to do multiple things.
we're in the same boat, man.
Can you pull this out? Pull that one out, or pull it down. I'm just gonna pull one out. You dropped the only box cutter.
It's kind of cool to be able to see like the beforehand of the celebration before all the people are there. It's pretty neat, behind the scene kind of thing.
It's pretty pretty empty at the moment. So what did you ask about? Like, what am I excited for here?
Yeah, just like what are the things that you're looking forward the most for? Is there something?
I'm really looking forward to cosplaying. I like seeing. I hope to see some pretty dope cosplay. I really want to see Darth Revan. That's something I want made as a FiGPiN. So I've been pushing for that. I want us to do Jedi Fallen Order pins from the game.
That would be awesome.
Stuff that like a lot of people like I don't know might know about, but you know. But yeah, I'd probably say that cosplaying is pretty dope. It'd be dope to if like I don't know. I always want to see famous people that I usually wouldn't get to see, like at these type of events. Oh, here you go. Damn.
Oh, let
me see if I can flip this around for y'all.
That's the best one too. That's sweet.
Can you see that okay?
Oh, yeah. I like that gold. It took me a second. I was trying to figure out what was behind his ears, and I realized it was that gold plating behind it. That's pretty sweet.
There's a sticker.
Oh man, that looks so cool.
There you go.
That's awesome, man. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, man. Definitely excited. Hopefully I can get my hands on one for sure.
Yeah, it's probably I would say either that or the BB-8 are probably like two of my favorite ones in lineup. I really like the bounty hunters, but I don't know. You know.
Yeah, no, that was awesome, man. Thank you for sharing that. That's very cool. So you guys have had quite a lot of action this week. I mean, obviously between announcing all of the Star Wars Celebration pins, you've also had drops on Hello Kitty, Spider-Man No Way Home, X-Men villains, Disney villains, The Lion King. What are you most excited for out of those different ones? And are they all summertime? Is it going to be released throughout? Is that announcements for the whole year? What does that look like?
So I'll try to break this down. For whenever something says summertime, it's literally like if you Googled summer and took from the start of summer to the end of summer.
Yep.
So that's like basically where, unless something happens with like production or manufacturing, like it's literally from start to finish for summer. So any time between there, if it says summer, it'll either be early, mid, or late.
Okay.
But as far as like what I'm excited for, I'm trying to remember. I'm really excited for the No Way Home pins. Those look really, really, really nice. The artist killed it on those.
Nice.
I really like the Hello Kitty ones that are coming out. Trying to think, what else do we know?
So I guess a follow up to that, is it pure Hello Kitty or is it a crossover to other licenses? And you don't have to share the license. I just wanted to know, is it pure Hello Kitty or is it a crossover license?
I don't remember. I want to say pure, but don't hold me on that.
Pretty cool.
I was like
a few people who are Hello Kitty fans, so that's good.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. It's kind of wild, right? How like people will hate on it, like, oh, why are they releasing this? It's like, bro, there's so many other people, like even people that don't call themselves collectors that see it and they get hyped on it. So it's like, just a little thing.
Well, I hope everybody hears it here first. For the Lion King, the chase is going to be Nala pinning Simba down, and that little look between them where they figure each other out, and they're going to make, right before the love song that they start to play. That has to be one of the chases. I'm calling it now.
I like that. Yes, I hope so. I forgot that we announced Lion King. I'm excited for Lion King. Yes.
That one's
I forgot that we even announced that.
Yeah, I think that was announced with the villains as well. So
yeah, the villains fire.
Yeah.
The designs are so sick. I would be hyped. Yeah.
Okay.
I think they knocked it out of the park for sure. Sweet. The artist killed it.
Yeah, you know,
I've seen some pretty good things changing in you guys' backer cards too. Like some of the villains backer cards were super cool. So I'm excited to see what those come out with.
Oh, yeah. So like, speaking about backer cards, a lot of people probably don't know this. It kind of goes back to like the whole licensing. There's been times where like, our backer cards, like we go hard, like crazy, like they look sick, and then they'll like we get hit with a nah, you have to keep it plain, or you can't do this type of like trying to example like Simpsons. A lot of people don't know this, but like Simpsons licensing is difficult. They're great, great. Like don't get me wrong, they're great people, but as far as like licensing, it's really hard to do stuff.
Really?
Like you can't.
I kind of wondered that.
You can't do this like that. Like when people are like hating, they're like, "Why is it yellow?" It's like because you can't do anything.
Oh man.
Why is the logo like you can't really do anything?
So and I mean,
like,
but their iconic sky with the white clouds, they wouldn't even allow that.
No, because like even like so say like for licensing, like you know when you post something for like marketing, like you go hashtag blah blah.
Yep.
There's some people that don't like some places that don't let you even use hashtags to hashtag like the places, the anything that has to do with that. So
that's crazy.
So a lot of people are like, why don't they do certain things? It's like sometimes our hands are tied on certain things. We can't.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, the rules and restrictions behind some of the brands that people put together are wild.
And that's why a lot of places don't do fully licensed stuff because you don't have to worry about that. But if you want it to be a fully licensed, you know, you have to kind of get past all of the harder stuff, you know.
Yep. Play by the rules, right?
Well, the backer card for the Dark Trooper at the celebration looks super cool.
Yeah, dude, that one turned out sick.
So I'm glad they had some wiggle room for y'all because that came out awesome.
Yeah, Lucas is really great. Like, as far as like stuff like that, I feel like they're pretty solid.
Yeah.
So, and I know this wasn't on kind of our agenda, but
you're good.
I'll ask the question. So I know that you manage like the customer service side of things. So when people put support tickets in, like that goes to you. So any funny story, like what's your funniest customer service story that you've had to deal with so far?
I don't know. Like, I would say,
like, hey, I dog ate my pin. I need a new pin. Like, I mean, anything funny that kind of rings a bell to you that, you know?
I mean, there's a lot of people that say their children use their credit card every week or something. Can you refund me? It's like, bro, you just giving your kid your credit card or what is this?
Yeah.
Maybe you should put it in a lockbox by this point. So there's stuff like that, but it's kind of a mix of stuff, you know. There's a lot. Trying to think of what I could say and what I can't say.
That's okay. We can move on.
Yeah, I would say a lot of people should learn how to be nicer when they're not in the light of others. So like, just because like you're not in public doesn't give you the right to treat someone bad. And that's not even because it's directed at me, but in general, like I think it'd be a good idea for people to like, you know, kind of reflect on themselves and be like, am I treating others the way I want to be treated, even though I'm not on camera or in front of others, you know?
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people would question their friendships about the people in some of the groups, not even in the groups, because I really actually enjoy all the groups. Like everyone's doing great, but it kind of question people like how they are, you know. I don't know if that makes sense.
I hear you. Hey, golden rule goes a long way, man.
Are a thing. Keyboard warriors are a thing.
I just nicer. Be nicer.
We did have a question about possible customer service complaints. Did you get any complaints about the dad chase pin?
that chase pin a lot.
That they're missing half of it.
They're missing half of it.
I think I was like, I got to the point where I was just, because people would be like, I didn't like. The worst part about chases is people would email in, and they're like, "Why did you send me the wrong pin?" And then I'd have to explain to them how a chase pin works. And then after that, I was just like, I hate chases.
Well, so speaking of that, how do you has the new model for chases changed that for you? And is it easier? Is it better? What does that look like?
It's kind of a mix, because like you get people that don't pop their stuff in time, and they just email in thinking that they could just email in like a couple weeks later.
Yep.
And
so like, just so that everyone understands what Levi's talking about, you every Monday you have the opportunity to go ahead and flip those pins that are available for chases, and you get a shot at a chase. You have four days, right, Levi? Or is there 5 days? I can't remember. I think it's 4 days. So I think it's Friday.
Yeah, and then it's if anyone was wondering, it's Pacific time.
Okay. Yep. So you have those 4 days to go ahead and redeem that code that you receive. So Levi's referring, if you went ahead and waited and didn't flip your chase card, but then you do two the next week. The chase card from the week before, if it hit, that code has expired already. So that's just kind of just to give some context for people that might not understand the whole chase game yet.
Yeah. So now, like, if you hit a chase, if you notice, I don't know if anyone noticed, it tells you the dates. That was actually just implemented like last week.
Nice.
So now if you hit a chase, it'll tell you the dates.
Oh, cool.
So
very cool.
It'll tell you the start and end date. So don't miss it.
There you go. So and obviously with the chases, has anyone mistakenly purchased a $10,000 chase that you've had to deal with? Customer service.
I think the only time someone had ever bought one, they posted online that they bought it like as a joke, and then we just refunded them. It was like whatever. Yeah.
Oh man, too funny.
It's like when people think that they're really funny. It's like, okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
So what's your thought about launch day and how that has changed from the previous model of unlocks?
I don't know. I like where our app teams. Okay, so like a lot of people don't know this, but we had like our app team. I'm sure people actually noticed this. Our app wasn't going anywhere. It was basically like kind of just loading there for like a while. It hit a certain point, but it wasn't really updating. And then we picked up like an actual app team that really is like kicking it out, like just hitting it out of the park on everything. So I like where the app is now, and it goes faster, like way faster than it used to.
Yeah, agreed for sure. And I've had some people ask me questions about launch, and so I just wanted to take a quick minute, if you don't mind, Levi. If you go ahead and get a pin, so right, like these, so this pin just went ahead and had its launch day this week. If you claim the pin before the launch day, it gets put into the pool of those pins when launch day happens. You get that weighted serial number launch position. Then if you claim the pin after launch day, your pin is then going ahead and just sequentially given whatever the next number is. So if you had 500 people go ahead and claim it before launch day, those 500 people have a randomized launch position. And then after launch day, you get position number 501, 502, 503, and so on and so forth. So I just wanted to go ahead and share that with the group, just so some people, I had received some questions about it. I just wanted to kind of clarify that. Levi, am I right with that? Right? That's kind of how it works, right?
It sounds right. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, it was, and I think because these were the two newest pins that have had the launch day. Were these the two newest ones outside of Ultra? I believe so, right?
Yes.
Yep. So it's definitely it's still new for everyone, and snaps are obviously new. So what do you think of snaps, Levi? How do you like that whole game?
I think it's cool because I like the community aspect of it. I think it's tight when people work together to achieve a certain thing. It's dope. I think it's cool when people get kind of like community together, like as a team to just do stuff, So I like it. There's some people that don't, but it's whatever. Not everyone's gonna like everything. That's just how the world works,
Amen to that. That's what makes it go around. But what I do hear you saying is some team battles coming up, so I'm excited for that.
Battles will be cool. I think. They've kind of like showed me some stuff, but I think it'll be cool.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Levi, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about or share?
Nah, just I would say just treat others with love, man. There's so much negative stuff in the world, Like do nice stuff for people without expecting anything in return. I don't know. Just be good. That's all.
Definitely, man. Yeah, well, hey, look, I know I recently had a situation. Hopefully I follow that rule that you shared, that but you definitely were very helpful to me. So I appreciate the situation that I was in, and the communication that you gave me. So thank you for what you do for FiGPiN, and keep up the great work. So thanks, Levi. Man.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.
Yep. So speaking of that, with doing nice things and not expecting anything in return, Pins on Fire, again, knocking it out of the park. So I'm going to share my screen here. Hopefully this works, that it doesn't go ahead and go crazy. But I'm going to go ahead and share. And since Alex isn't here and Alex has the pins, she did send us a screenshot of which pin is being given away this evening. Thanks to our sponsor, Pins on Fire. I'm going to go ahead and share that right now.
We miss you, Punch Andy.
So we have a AP version of the new Edward Elric that we are giving away today. So that is the pin that you guys are going to be winning. I'm going to go ahead and I'll tell you what. Let me go to the chat here, and I am just going to go ahead and do a scroll.
That's so cool how Andrew did that.
And we are going to go ahead and the first, well, here, Battle, pick a letter of the alphabet.
Got it.
Tell me, what's the letter of the alphabet?
M.
Okay, I'm gonna do a scroll. The person on that screen that has the either M in there, M as their first name, will go ahead and win this, or closest to it will win it. All right, let's see. I have Professor FiGPiN. He's so far the closest.
All right, Levi. Hey, it was a pleasure to have you. Thank you for your time, my friend.
Thank you, Levi, man.
It was a pleasure. Let us know if we help you in any way.
Cool. Appreciate it.
Levi, adios. Thanks, man, so much. Appreciate it, dude. So this is a tough call here, Battle. We have Stephen Morsch, or we have Queen Nerd.
Well, I can close my eyes. You can pick.
Well, you said M, so I'm going to say that M is, again, I just did a quick scroll, stopped on the screen. The names that came up were Woo Woo 0, Frostzilla 0, Professor FiGPiN, Animes, Stephen Morsch, Set Seon, Chris Sherman, Sound Warp, Queen Nerd. That is what I see on my screen. And the letter M was there. So Stephen Morsch, congratulations. You just won the AP of the new Edward from Full Metal Alchemists. Congratulations, my friends.
Cool pin too.
Reach out to us on What the FiGPiN. We will go ahead and get that pin out to you. Levi, I know I had to go ahead and run really quick, but we appreciate all the time that you're able to give us this evening. Totally awesome to get to know you a little bit more, how you joined FiGPiN's team, everything that you do for the company. So thank you so much, Levi, for the time this evening.
That's super fun to hear that he was a server at one point. I think a lot of us have been there at some point in time, and we just say it was good, it was great while it lasted, but please, someone switch some gears sometimes. I want to go back sometimes, shoot, but yeah, that's super funny to hear.
Yeah, no, hey, I mean, look how many famous actors or actresses have started off as, I mean, I'll just take
hosting
one from
serving,
and I'm only picking on him because it's I love The Office, but John Krasinski, he was a server when he went ahead and got the role for Jim Halpert in The Office, so it was definitely pretty cool.
The other funny thing too is I can kind of see it now, but I didn't expect him to be a vinyl record collector.
Vinyl record, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Definitely. Yeah, man. Hey, and Levi, he is a really big asset to the team for sure, and dealing with every customer service ticket that there is. So kudos to him and all that he does for the company.
I think I've said it a few times on the show, just randomly, like there's tons of bad stuff going on in the world. So just love each other, love your family, hug your kids, grandparents, whatever they are, because the time's always short on this wonderful planet. But you know what? The first time I did meet Levi, I think he truly tries to live by what he says, because he was super kind to me. He was super helpful. He, indulged me when I was asking him, who he was, what he was about, because at that time I was still pretty new into it. And he was really nice. So I appreciate his time on with us tonight. Alex, we miss you tonight too. We wish you were here, but we hope everything's going well for you. And I guess to kind of circle around one other last time is that AP that we gave away tonight, didn't that just launch, or wasn't there something going on with that one?
June 1st is the launch day for that Edward, and that is found at Walmart. So it's a Walmart exclusive, to my understanding.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna have. It's one of those pins I'm gonna have to buy on the secondary market because I have 3 Walmarts around me, and none of them have FiGPiNs in them. I've checked at least twice or 3 times this week already. Over the last 7 days. Not this week in particular, but yeah, they just never carry. They've never carried FiGPiNs. I've never seen the Kiss set out in the wilds. I've never seen any of the XLs that they ever had. That the Goku that was a Walmart exclusive that you helped me out with when you were traveling from New Mexico to Florida. That's I've never seen a FiGPiN in the wilds in Walmart.
That is so crazy. You know what? After I don't remember exactly. It was probably maybe a month ago. I doubt it was 2 months ago. But a buddy of mine sent me a snap of that Walmart exclusive Kiss set, the all white one. It had just somehow made its way onto the New Mexico shelf just weeks ago.
Really?
And I was like, holy smokes, I can't believe you've seen that thing. Like, I think he left it because he's not a big collector. And I said I had gotten it, so I was okay. But I was shocked he finally found one in New Mexico. I was pumped.
Yeah. All right. Battle, anything else for us this evening?
Oh man, it was a great show. Always a pleasure to talk to you. I know you've been super busy, so we used to chat almost daily. So now it's kind of, we've been so busy that I'm really starting to look forward to the days we get to get on and at least kind of catch up. So that's always fun.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and Battle, the one thing I know that you just had a loss with your family. Your little Gizmo went ahead and passed over the Rainbow Bridge. So, our condolences to you. I think you kind of gave me a little dig because you sent me a picture of Gizmo next to the Godzilla because I've mistakenly called him Godzilla several times. So I think that was you making fun of me, with that, but that's all good, man. But yeah,
I always love the banter back and forth, but for even him being a little old man Chihuahua, he could be a monster, and Godzilla was probably the best one. And so it was always kind of fun because I swear he'd get it. He loved that toy room, and I'd have all the pins on the ground trying to hang stuff up, and he'd sneak in, and next thing I know, I'd hear him just like sliding and crossing and stepping on all my pins and stuff, and I'd be like, Gizmo, the heck you doing? So
Yep.
yeah, I'm trying not to cry on TV, but yeah, man, I'm sad, but I appreciate your condolences.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
he's in a good
Well, I
place
was happy
now.
that I got to meet him. He was definitely an awesome puppy, but just sharing my love and prayers to you guys, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
Awesome.
it. I'll miss having him on the show.
Definitely. The one last thing, guys, we obviously had, something horrible happen, in Texas today. So just, take a minute, reflect on, yourself, your loved ones, just making sure that you're, in peace with yourself. So just, sending our prayers, out to all those families and, that community out there in Texas. So again, like Levi shared and like Battle shared, now I'm getting a little teary eyed. But just make sure we're loving each other, man. So guys, it's been a pleasure. Again, it's John with What the FiGPiN.
What the FiGPiN?
And Battle, it's only me and you, man. So it's back to the original two that when we started this whole thing.
Just how we started.
Do you remember how to do this?
I think so.
Okay, man.
I'll get it right.
Guys, again, hit that like button for us. Subscribe. It's been an awesome show. Again, thanks to Levi. Alex, we totally miss you. We will catch you next week with our sponsor, Pins on Fire, for another crazy show. And there might also be someone's birthday that's not on the show this evening, also on the same day. So who knows what's going to happen.
It's going to be so great.
But guys, on 3, 2, 1, boost awesome.
Boost awesome.
Have a good night.
Good night, y'all.